In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi-ho, Synecdoche, the Meme-Bandit rides again. Thank you for your kind words, Winstone. We're going to tell a story today. This is under the heading of Sam Elliott's take on slow governmental response. While walking down along the Mexican border the other morning, I saw a Muslim extremist fall in the Rio Grande. He was struggling to stay afloat because of all the guns and bombs he was carrying. Along with him was a Mexican who was also struggling to stay afloat because of the large bale of drugs he was strapped to his back. If they didn't get help, they'd surely drown, and being a responsible Texan and abiding by the law to help these poor unfortunates in distress, I informed the El Paso County Sheriff's Department and Homeland Security right away. It's now 4 p.m. and both of the unfortunates have drowned. Neither authority has responded. I'm starting to think maybe I wasted 2 stamps. I'll wait for the laughter to subside and remove my uncomfortable tie-dye bandana. For the record here, I'm not claiming that the meme skewer subject in this image, Sam Elliott, is to blame for that particular story. He's an icon who has, I think, kept his personal immigrational and demographic preferences to himself. I guess he's known to be a Republican, but not every word appearing on a Facebook meme is actually spoken by the person whose countenance it is displayed adjacent to. Eleanor Roosevelt said that. Now we got that cleared up, let's agree. This is a pretty thoroughly reprehensible narrative full of vicarious vindictiveness, bigotry, ethnic stereotyping, outright racism, and murderous intent. The rhetorical trick, it's called anachrony, wrenches forth a grudging grunt at the payoff, but it's a cheap laugh. I'd expect better from Sam Elliott if he was the author, and so I think he's not. But it is useful in one respect. In respect, it illustrates one of my favorite rhetorical fallacies. It's called petitio principii. That's the begging of the question. Like, if they was both so far away across the river, how'd you know they was a Mexican and an Arab? And how'd you know what they was carrying? And where in the hell did you find a mailbox out there anyway? But seriously, folks, there's some serious racism embedded in that joke, as there are in a lot of them. The important thing is to recognize that racism is not manifested in individual acts of bigotry and prejudice. It's not consist merely in deeds. Images and narratives such as the one we've just talked about function to rationalize racism and make it acceptable, if only just for our passing amusement and entertainment. Prejudice and bigotry exist in all cultures, all races, all over the world. Assholery is a general, transnational, transcultural human condition, as our old pal Winstone so assiduously points out elsewhere in this very program today. There are assholes absolutely every fucking where. But assholery is not racism, though they often, unfortunately, do seem to cohabitate. Racism, per se, consists in the political and social arrangements and agreements which accede to and do not disprove or reprove the expressions of bigotry and prejudice which are designed to diminish and dispel the validity of claims by the despised or inferiors to their own fair share of the social goods, which include respect and dignity. Minorities as groups, particularly despised groups, cannot be racists in a racist culture, per se, because they cannot and do not exercise power enough to deny the majority the social goods which the majority does possess the power to deny those whom they regard as their inferiors. Racism is about the power to exclude, to deny, to diminish. Now, as Louis C.K. says, I'm a white male, call me any name you want. You can't really hurt my feelings. But the narrative exemplifies the harmless ways in which racism legitimizes itself. It's so ubiquitous, you gotta laugh, but not with it. Hippies, laugh at it. Back to you and Hippie Central, Mayor Smith.